Today we're going to continue on working on our tree farm, seeing how far we can get. Now that we have this worked out, we should be able to plant some trees and hopefully get whatever we need from that. We'll have to go look for some other types of trees and add those trees to the layout. Next on the list is building an area for food, and wool I think is probably where I'm going to go next. Maybe build, I think maybe a barn is in order. So let's see what we can come up with design wise and see what we can build today. We got some sticks, we just need some more planks. It's always best to replant what you take. Makes it easy to keep the environment back to the way it was. The environment picked is actually pretty fortunate. Looks like we have plenty of horses around to gather up, so once we get enough string and everything, we'll build some leads and collect all the horses in a barn here. Let's go ahead and build a fence here. See if we can't get some animals to do what we need. Let's go see where we can build this barn that makes sense with the land we've got, so when we build the city, everything plays out. Might want to get a better view, I think. Nice. Real nice view from up here. Or we're going to have to do something with that cliffside over there. Looks like a good place for our barn might be right in this field area here. Our tree recesses over there. And this looks pretty flat, so it'll be a nice area to put the barn over here, so that the animals are not So what I like to do with the barn that's kind of, I think, different from maybe something else that you'll see is I like to make little pins for the animals. I usually like to make them on ground level, but I think we're going to put like a foundation on it, so I think we'll put them at eye level here. Allow for a pathway around. So I think we'll make this the corner of the building. Allow for the edge of it. Now for the sheep, interestingly enough, we only need enough space for one sheep. For the other animals, we actually need enough space for more than one. So that should give us what we need in terms of spacing for two animals. We'll put a walkway in here. We'll put two animals in there, and that should be enough. And for the sheep, so 4 by 4, and we'll get all 16 colors in here. Two, 3. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know what I need to do. I actually need to allow for each sheep to have, let's see if we can coax him in there. We'll start this off here. best if you give them 2 pieces of wool or 2 pieces of grass. How'd that work? We'll put some pigs in here. Oops. This looks like the corner of our building here. Each sheep will have 1 area, so 1 here, and the sheep will end here. So we'll be able to put 1 of each color in here eventually and mix all the colors and get that fixed in here so that each sheep has its own pen, as it were. Then we'll get other animals and put them in here as well. And they'll each have their own. And then in the back of the barn, kind of, I think we'll have to do maybe out the side over here. Create an area just for the horses. I usually leave the horses in an open area, so we'll see how that works out. Looks like we got our first tree, so let's go ahead and use our first 2 trees. So let's go ahead and use plant additional trees here to get some things growing. What's nice about this is anything that we miss, we can just pick it back up. We'll design some hoppers in a bit and then go from there. Also looks like before we continue we need to set up some more farming here. Let's go ahead and create something where create some simple farming. Some people like to create some pretty elaborate farms. I tend to create fairly simple ones. I find that they tend to work better. So we need one that's 3 wide. We can put that over there in that area over there. All the drops and everything should be in here now. I also think it's time to create a hopper here. So let's go get some metal and create a hopper in here and see if we can't collect what it is we're interested in getting here. Let's also fix the water and make some signs. So we'll be able to put the hopper there. Actually, let's start the water back here. Create some packed ice here in a little bit. So that this all flows the proper direction. We'll get some packed ice here and put that under there, and then everything should flow into where we need it to. hopefully that put that where we need that. Looks like it went the right way. Yep. So now let's just test this real quick. Planning on my part, I think, but we'll see how this works now. That's exactly what we want. Some half stones or some stairs over that, and it'll still work and do what we want, and we'll be able to get what we need out of it. Let's do some trapdoors. Eventually, as we get more redstone, what we'll do is make that connect to a larger distribution center or collection center, maybe underground or something like that, that'll collect all of the items from all the different systems that we build, like a underground subway as it were, and then everything can be connected. Looks like we're going to need some more logs. We'll grab this fence as well. Not entirely what we want, so we'll save the birch fence for later. Oh, nice. Big tree. This is exactly why we replant our trees, because we'll get nice big trees from time to time. It's time to go probably make some packed ice or something like that, so let's go take a look. So we're going to have to find an ice biome here to let us get with that. So we may need to do some exploring. Don't think we're ready for that yet. Let's finish what we started with, the fences over here. Just make sure we have two spaces. 1, 2, 2. So we'll have cows, sheep, mushrooms when we find them, and chickens. We'll have a variety of sheep. I actually think I need to move this over one. Play with the layout here. See what we end up with. The reason I put dirt in here, I'm going to put cobblestone around the outer edge here and make this whole building cobblestone. Looks like we're going to have plenty of room for our horses inside the barn this time instead of outside, which will be nice. Maybe extend the barn a little bit out further. And that way we can add the horses inside the barn. A nice change of scenery. Thinking we should do a red barn, but I'm wondering if the granite will look nicer, or the polished granite will look nicer for the exterior of the barn. Let's take a look at another color here. We have what we need fence-wise. Let's go finish our fences now that we've got those. Oh, we need some, oops, we need some shears. That's actually not a bad color. We also need some shears for our sheep. We have the concrete for our base. Let's do the base of the building. I need to round out some of these holes as well to make it a little easier to work with. And the fun part is it's always fun to try and get out of this, but here's where it gets interesting. So what we can do is kind of put that on the back row, and now we can get in there, shear the sheep, and come back out, making it easy to get in. Planning on adding pathways, so we'll go ahead and add some dirt here for the foundation. A walkway so that there's grass. We'll come back, maybe make that into hay later on. Finish putting in our pens here. So we'll put some chickens in, some pigs. The sheep actually get pretty easy once you get one or two. You can start breeding them. We may have to tear some of these down to get what we want, but for now, this will work out perfect. I just don't think that's going to be a large enough horse area here for the horses. bad guys to show up. Oh, there's a witch over there. That's great. Let's go see what she drops over here. I'll take that. Oh, nice. There's a creeper. I got lucky there. She appeared to come out of nowhere. It's kind of nice. We can take a look at our building from over here and see what we got planned. I'm thinking we may need to expand this out further to allow more room for these horses. It looks like we've got quite a few to wrangle up. So maybe build another pen here. And then put in an area for the horses, I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and tie in a crafting table. And tie in a spot so we can get in and out of these. For now, I'm going to put the, well, first thing. So we'll put that by the entryway, making it easy to craft what we need. Oops. I'm going to make another pen over here, so 1, 2. And that'll be the edge of that building. And add our dirt here for our foundation. And I think we'll eventually replace that with hay, but I think now this will be enough room, I'm hoping, for the horses. If not, what we'll do is we'll expand and build a kennel or panel out here and then put an archway in here. That way the horses will all be contained kind of in this area. So we just need to build a couple more pens for the sheep. Horses will go down in here. We'll build a fence in here. We won't really need to build a fence against the back wall at this point in time because the wall will be higher. We just have to decide the rest of the design for the building. We need to get some pigs in here as well. And let's put some farm in like we talked about doing. Basic wheat farm and everything else. I think we'll put that on the opposite side over here. In fact, we might be able to extend it out over here. Let's leave a nice causeway for this. We'll do for now to make this easy. Eventually we'll put in some pistons. I think that's what we'll do. We'll put some pistons in. The other thing we need to do right now is put in a water source. About halfway, actually put that in the wrong spot. Easily fixable. Now when we grow everything, it'll all work. Eventually everything will come down over here, and the same thing, maybe we even connect those underneath with some kind of passageway. So what I like to do for each crop is grow their own little space. So we're going to put the wheat in here. I allow these to grow a little bit further and not have things walk on these. For now, we're just going to light these up, but eventually what we're going to do is build a causeway for us to walk on, which will be here in the center. And basically we'll flip a switch and everything will come to us. And then we'll be able to replant. Also, in the meantime, to make sure that nothing messes with what we've got, go ahead and put a larger wall on this for now. Should keep the mobs out for the most part. I'm not going to keep all the critters out, but it should keep most of the things out. Oh nice, there's a creeper for me. And creeper down. They're spoken. Those guys are all taken care of. I need to eat some food here. Cook some pork chop. Not ideal, but get some bones. It might be time to start organizing some of the supplies a little bit better. Got the basics of the farm. We've got the basics of the barn. So we'll continue on from here next episode.